Okay, welcome everyone. My name is Adeolu Akiyemi, and I'm excited to be hosting us today in the Money Mondays. Now, today, as our custom is, we want to talk about a very important topic of money. Reality is many of us are doing a number of things to earn income already. So today, we discuss about other options, extra income opportunities, investment possibilities, things that we can do to ensure we balance our portfolios and ensure that we are earning well. And particularly on Mondays, we'd like to talk about what's happening in the blockchain space, the cryptocurrency space, and basically ensure that we are putting information out there for the benefit of our green community members and the benefit of all their guests and all the people they invite to come and know what to do, how to do it, what exactly is trending, what is important, and what do people need to prioritize. So before we get into it today, I'd like to ask a few key questions. I shared its statistics. I said 43% of the adults in Singapore are involved in cryptocurrency in one way or the other. That's a very big number, 43% of the adult population. It means that's literally one out of every two people. So I'm going to ask a few questions in this room today. If you are in this room and you already have some cryptocurrency assets, you have bought some tokens, which you're keeping in your wallets, in one of the wallets or the other, either Bitcoin, Ethereum, or a number of the other, 8,000 plus existing tokens. If you have some tokens in a particular wallet, in any wallet you have with you today, please, if that's your reality, put one. And if you have no tokens as of the time when this meeting is being shared, put two. So one for I have tokens, two for I don't. One for I have, two for I don't. One for I have, two for I don't. So I want to get an idea of how many ones and how many twos we have in the room tonight. I can see 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1. Okay, so please let's keep on sharing our realities. It's either a 1 or a 2. I can see that the ones shared fastest, the twos are sharing slowly because maybe they're wondering what exactly this is about. 1, if you have tokens. 2, if you don't have any tokens. 1, if you have tokens. 2, if you don't have any tokens. And of course, we have quite a number of ones that came in quickly and came in first. And now we have 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 of people that do not have any tokens. Now, ladies and gentlemen, something is going on globally, and the truth is there are trends. We can study trends, we can look at the past, we can look at current realities, we can look at the future, and we can ask ourselves, what's the best thing to do about these trends? How can we position and how can we make things better? Now, everybody in this room, whether you are conservative or not, whether you are bullish or bearish, whether you are pessimistic or optimistic, you have dealings with money. Okay, all of us here today have an expense account. It doesn't matter whether we even have an income account. All of us need to spend. And because we need to spend, it is important to know a few basic money equations. Okay, one of the very basic money equations is money is a product of value. So we know that wealth is a function, is directly proportional to value. Very important money equation. And we know that value is when a problem is solved. So value equals problem solving. And problem solving means there was a problem that you took time out to think about, to engage yourself upon before you were able to solve it. So the origin of wealth creation is that there are problems, the problems are solved by thinking, and these solutions is what we call value, and this value creates wealth. So basic equation. We also know that basic equation is that income minus expense equals to cash flow. That as I'm earning, I will spend, and whatever is left is my cash flow, and is the ticket I have to pursue my desired future. Okay, that whatever it is I want to do in the future, be it I want to make an investment or I want to make an expense, I want to buy something or I want to grow my wealth, is going to be a function of my cash flow. So it's important to track my income and track my expenses. It's important to manage my expense and increase my income. So ladies and gentlemen, these are very basic money equations that we all need to learn and live by. And what we're discussing here today, the topic of Money Mondays, is about how can I create more income? How can I manage my expenses? Or how can I ensure that my cash flow is put in the right vehicles to create my desired future? Everybody today, it doesn't matter what your current reality is, your future reality is available to you today to choose. And you will choose this future based on three key parameters. Okay, one will be the books you have read, two will be the people you have met, and three will be the action you take based on one and two. Okay, very important. There are three things that have the capacity to change your future, to give you a better future than you have today, to give you a future that is more exciting than the one you have today. And it's one of three things. One, the people that you meet, the books you read, and what you do with the people that you meet and the books that you read will create your desired future. And so understand that when we have this kind of meetings, it's an opportunity to connect with new people, it's an opportunity to meet, it's an opportunity to interact, it's an opportunity to take information directly from somebody that you're listening to, or from a book that you will read or something that you will refer you to read. And then based on the action you take, based on these people that you have come into contact with, this knowledge you've come into contact with, will determine your future. Now, so some of us will come for these meetings and we will take action. It will show. Some of us will come for these meetings and we will continue the way we were continuing before. Let me remind you of the laws of motion. There's a particular law in physics that says a body will continue at rest or in uniform motion except an external force makes it otherwise. We call it the first law of motion. We say a body will continue at rest or in uniform motion except an external force makes it to do otherwise. And the only thing that can change the trajectory of your life is that there's an external force. And I'm hoping that this meeting we're having today becomes an external force for someone to be able to pay attention to where their future is going and to be able to make the adequate changes required as such as well. So the question today is, are you going to take this external force and what difference will you make with it? So we have people who have and we have people who don't have. And ladies and gentlemen, even though we're talking about crypto today, this is on the platform of the Green Community, okay, where we share something we know is universal to everyone and everybody can gain value from. So we'll give you two key things that you need to watch out for and do not to miss one of the most exciting seasons that is about to begin today. So I'm going to share my slides and then we'll take it on from there. So I'll share my slides with you and then, I'm sure there's going to be a lot for us to learn. We can learn those key lessons, apply them, and have the life that we desire. Okay, so I've asked those who have one, those who don't have two. So it's already giving us a picture of who is here and where we are in our journey. The next part of that is basically share some knowledge on what we need to begin to do to actually have the kind of future that we desire. Okay, if you can read what is on the screen in front of you, I would like you to type the word that catches your attention there the most. Okay, one word, just put one word in that box that catches your attention the most, and let's take that as a pivot for this discussion to begin. Okay, one keyword that catches your attention the most here, and then we'll use that as the opportunity to begin to talk. Okay, somebody says bull run. Excellent. Somebody says bull, and that person says bull. It's okay. Somebody says today. Okay, is that today? Good. Today is what catches your attention. Somebody says the next bull run. Excellent. Bull run, bull run. Excellent. Miss. Okay. Christina Effiong says what she finds exciting here is the word miss. So let's talk about this. Let me put a few comments and a few thoughts here on what is really important and what do these terms mean. Now, ladies and gentlemen, one of the key things I've shared consistently over the last 6 months with all those who have cared to listen is that we have seasons. Okay, there are seasons. There's rainy season and there's dry season. In Africa, it's very, very simple. It's just 2 seasons. In the West, in America, and Europe, you have 4 seasons. You have summer, you have winter, you have autumn, and you have spring. Okay, and I think simple is okay. And in the simplicity of the seasons we have the rainy season and we have the dry season. And ladies and gentlemen, experience has taught us that there's a behavior that suits different seasons. Okay, there's a behavior that suits different seasons. I like the way the wisest man in the world, the man that developed the reputation of the wisest man in the world before Jesus Christ came, King Solomon, the wisest king, he says something very interesting. He says, "Go to the ant, you sluggard, consider his ways and be wise." Okay, and I think, when I hear those kind of statements, I can see deep wisdom. Okay, because it's deeper than it looks on the surface. It says, "Go to the ant, you sluggard, consider his ways and be wise." Now, what exactly, let's first of all look at the results. What exactly does the ant do? The ant understands what to do in different seasons. It knows that there's a season, okay? There's a season where you can plant, and there's a season where you will harvest. If you plant during harvest, it will not grow, it will not yield well. If you sleep during planting season, you will jones in harvest season. And the ant, without a brain, recognizes that he can do that. He can plan ahead and store in summer, because winter it will be cold, it will not be able to go out, and then he can rely on what he has to live on. And one of the ants that has really intrigued me over the years is the termite. The termite is an amazing creature who is able to build their houses not as skyscrapers, but as ground scrapers. They dig deep into the earth and they build, compared to their size, the equivalent of multi-story buildings, okay, in the earth. And guess what? Their rooms are not hot, they are actually air conditioned. They were able to design a system to ensure that cooling and breeze can still be enjoyed in their underground bunkers, and they can live there, and exist there no matter how rough things are. Somebody did a research, and that research shows that if there was an earthquake and a tornado and different kinds of disasters happen on the earth, and every living creature is destroyed, the last creature standing will be the ant. The ant understands the seasons, knows how to prepare, knows what to do in particular seasons, and because they know what to do in particular seasons, they are able to have the safest lives that you can find around. Ladies and gentlemen, there are seasons, and there are bear seasons, and there are bull seasons. And what exactly are the things that are defined by? In bear seasons, you will find that the markets will just keep on going down. In bear seasons, you will realize that the tokens you bought for high value become of low value. In bear seasons, there's an apathy to buy. People don't want to buy. They want to just keep their money in the currency they're familiar with. They do not want to buy. There's an apathy for buying in the seasons when there is what they call the bear season. In the bull seasons, you see an uptrend. You see tokens going up. You see values rising. You see things increasing in value. And because that is happening, people want to buy. It's incredible. But guess what? Instead of people selling to make money when it's going high, people are buying and jumping in because they feel now that it's going high, it may go higher and it may miss the train. But people don't know that when it is coming down, it may go so low and you may miss the train. And the real train is not up there. The real train is down there. So of course, the bull season means things begin to look up. There's excitement amongst investors. The Telegram groups are buzzing. People are excited. You miss one day of chat, there are 1,000 messages. You know that the bull run is about happening. You're already inside it. And guess what? The bull run always comes at a time when it's too late for people who have not been in it to be in it. Okay, the bull run always comes too late for those who are not paying attention. By the time the bull run already happens, it is only people who had value during the bearish seasons that are able to make anything valuable with what they have done. So if you miss the season when it's happening, it's because you missed when it was bearish. Bull seasons, if it's already bull season, it's already too late. So I'm saying here, you may miss the bull run, you may miss it if you for 1 second take your eyes away and refuse to pay attention. It means if you're going to enjoy the bull run, there are things that you need to begin to do before it looks like it is a bull run. And for many of us in this room who have experienced Bitcoin at $60,000, Bitcoin at $60,000, Ethereum at $4,000, these things are currently at about half their prices, half the all-time high prices that we have seen. So it means that the best time to have been in is as it was going down. I don't know if it's time for it to go up just right now, but there are a few signals that are beginning to show that if Bitcoin breaks the $40,000 mark and breaks above it, we may experience another bullish season. We may experience another bull run. And the question is, what do I need to do? What do I need to do to ensure that the market does not catch me napping, that the market does not catch me with my pants down, that I do not just wait and hope that I will get lucky because I am prepared? Or what does it mean to be prepared? You know, I realize that the very quote that says fortune favors the prepared, or fortune favors the lucky, or the chance favors the prepared, actually says in matters of observation. What does that mean? It means you are not lucky because great things are happening to you. They say luck is when preparation meets opportunity. It is in matters of observation. What does that mean? It means the person who is lucky is the one who is paying attention to their luck. So that means good things happen to you, not because they happen to you more than other people, but good things happen to you and you become a lucky person by your default because you are more observant of the good things happening to you. So don't let this market catch you napping. There is what you must be doing all through the seasons where everybody is having apathy, where everybody is afraid, where everybody is uncertain, where people are trying to pull away their money. There should be something you are doing, okay? And that thing that you're doing, that you ought to be doing, is what I want to remind us of again today. Remember, I said your life in the future will change based on three crucial factors: the people that you meet, the new information that you digest from books, from blogs, from groups, the information that you receive, and number three, what you choose to do based on these two key factors. And I want to ask you today, what have you done with what you have heard? What are you doing with what you have heard? Do you have any bags that you're currently holding that you are expecting to pump? Is there anything that is happening because of this market? Or is this when you want to begin to get involved? Is this when you want to begin to take action? Now, most of the people I'm speaking to here today are members of the green community. And you know that in the green community, we love one another. We want to ensure the best for one another. One of the things that will excite me the most is to look back in 5 years, 10 years, and know that the company of people that I belong to the same group with are millionaires in dollars. Okay, they are hundreds of thousands of dollars rich. They have made millions of dollars, and we can together collaborate, bring our efforts together, bring our energies together to do phenomenal things together. If you are here and you share in that vision, that we'll have 50 of us who can come together and float a $50 million fund. If you are here today, you believe, and you catch that vision, just type in that chat box for me, yes. And don't write yes to panelists alone. Write your yes to panelists and attendees. Just go here, yes. Okay, good. I can see my ever on the ball, ever supportive, ever quick to get to the dial, Mrs. Ogulesi there. And I can see a number of yeses coming on the back of that as well. Ladies and gentlemen, some of you are sending the yes directly to panelists. Send it to panelists and attendees. Send it to all. Excellent. Now, what exactly must I begin to do? I want to remind us, what must I do? What are you doing? How are you ensuring that you are paying attention and you are observing? So very interesting news came today, and I'd like to just share some of them with you very, very quickly because I found them very, very interesting. So I'm going to share with you a few key news items, okay, that are showing up on my timeline today, letting me know what exactly is going on and what you should pay attention to. Now, there have been a few very interesting key investments in the cryptocurrency space in the last few hours. Okay, so there's a declaration by CoinGate, for example, sharing the news that Tesla's Ford will no longer matter anymore for Bitcoin. And there's a reason why that is true, because the market sentiments are not going to fling around just the opinions of a few people. Because guess what? In the last few hours, in the last 20 hours, there's a lot of new income that's entered into the market space. Now, of course, some of us knew late last year when Twitter announced, the Twitter CEO was announced to have made some investments in the Bitcoin space. He made investments a while back. He made a fresh one not so long ago. And then after that, some people have invested more in that organization after this, showing that they understand, even though they cannot go directly, they know that the decision of the company to take up stakes in this particular space is a positive thing. One of the people that made those purchases is Cathy Woods, who paid $88 million for Twitter shares after those Bitcoin declaration. Also, the cryptocurrency markets have surged by $170 billion, and the leaders, the gain leaders in the last few days, the gain leaders have been Bitcoin and DeFi tokens. So we can see that Bitcoin and DeFi are making the lead in these directions. So something you should pay attention to as well. Okay. Top analysts say that altcoins are ready for a 300% rally. Predict spikes in the next 2 months. There are exceptional spikes supposed to hold over the next over spikes in 2 or more crypto assets, indicating this. And ladies and gentlemen, it looks like something's about to happen in the market, but guess what? Even if nothing is happening in the market, there is a behavior that you need to have during the bearish seasons. I like something that Warren Buffett said. He said, when everybody is greedy, be afraid. When everybody is afraid, you be greedy. And what does that mean? It means when everybody is shouting, time to buy, that's when you should be quiet, okay, and watching the market. When everybody is crying, buy the deep, is getting deep, or is deeper, or wrecked, or the market is wrecked, that is when you should be taking position. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that we are in the precipice of the times when the market is still low enough to take position. And ladies and gentlemen, if you have missed this conversation for the last 3 months, then you probably haven't been doing what you ought to have been doing, and then it may already be getting late for you. But guess what? There's still a window of time, and it can still go up, it can still go down, but there's what you need to begin to do at this time. And I want to remind you very quickly of what that is. There are 2 things you need to do, and I'll put those 2 things in front of you right now. One is DCA. DCA. Is there anybody in the room who remembers the meaning of DCA? Just type the meaning of DCA for me to read in that chat box. What does DCA mean? DCA. Anybody remembers what DCA means and what the benefit of DCA is? Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Fumi. I know dollar cost averaging. Dollar cost averaging. Now, nobody is disciplined enough to do this by themselves. Remember, nobody is disciplined enough to do this by themselves. That is why you need a tool, you need a system that helps you to do DCA. DCA is dollar cost averaging. It means gradually ensure that on a daily basis, you are accumulating Bitcoin daily. And ladies and gentlemen, there are not many platforms that allows you to do this. Now, guess what? Bitcoin got to $29,000 just a few days ago, just 3 days ago. Today, it's about $38,000. That's a gain of about $9,000, a gain of about 33% in just 3 days. Ladies and gentlemen, it is not about speculating. It is not about trading. Let nobody deceive you that you can trade successfully. Okay, if you don't go and learn technicals, go and learn fundamentals, go to train on understanding how to short the market, how to use leverage, how to buy with X. There's so much to learn in the trading game. I tell you, if your emotions are still not strong enough and you learn all the technicals and all the fundamentals, you may find yourself shorting yourself because the market is very volatile and your technicals can be overruled by fundamentals, and so many funny things can happen. But there's one sure formula that doesn't fail over the long haul. It is long-term planning, and it is dollar cost averaging. Dollar cost averaging is a sure way to ensure I am not a trader. I am not buying because I want to buy low and sell high. I don't want to put the school fees of my children into an asset that is volatile like this. What I want to do is DCA. I want to buy a little per time that ultimately gets me to the place where I have a lot in time. DCA. And the perfect tool for running your DCA is BitNob. Okay, BitNob allows you to load the $100, load $300, load $1,000, and then accumulate Bitcoin with it as regularly as daily and with as small as $1. Ladies and gentlemen, let nobody deceive you and tell you Bitcoin is already far. Bitcoin is too expensive. Buy the ones that are 3 cents. Buy the ones that are 2 cents. Buy the ones that are small. No, they don't understand what's going on. There are 2 key elements. There's coin price and there's market capitalization, which is a function of the coin value and the amount of tokens available. If I multiply by the coin by the amount of tokens available, I will get the coin market cap. And guess what? In this market, the dominating token is still Bitcoin. Bitcoin still controls over 40% of the market. And because it has over 40% of the market cap, you will know that for as long as that dominance is retained, there are not many tokens with the number of volume of tokens that they have that will be near it. So what does this mean? It means if you can still buy Bitcoin for $1, if you can still buy $1 worth of Bitcoin, it means that the Satoshi value is still less. One Satoshi is still significantly less than $1, still less than 1 cent. In fact, 100 Satoshi as of a few days ago was 13 naira. Okay, it means 10 Satoshi is 1 naira 3 kobo. If you can still buy with as low as $1 and buy without incurring significant fees, then whatever platform is allowing you to do DC on that platform is a platform that is looking forward to your creating wealth. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are here today and you do not have a BitNob wallet, if you don't have a BitNob account, you are sitting on a long thing. You're not doing yourself a favor. So I'm going to take a quick census in the house. Okay, I'm going to take a quick census. If you are here in the house today and you have a BitNob wallet that is active. So for example, for me, I have a plan where I'm saving $1 per day. I have a plan where I'm saving $5 per day. I have a plan where I'm saving $100 per month. I have plans where I'm saving $10 per week. I have different plans. But the minimum requirement I'm asking for you in this group is that you have a plan to at least save $1 a day. And I'm going to show you something very interesting we did this year. If you are here and you have an active BitNob wallet, don't tell me you have a BitNob wallet. I want to know if you have an active BitNob wallet that is making savings of like $1 a day, which is like 500 naira per day, which is about 50 naira per month. If you are doing up to $1 per day and you are doing it consistently, give me a 1 in the chat box. You are doing $1 a day, give me a 1 in the chat box. You are not doing, you don't have an active account. You started, but you stopped. You're not doing anything. Put 2. Show me 2. So 1, I have an active account. 2, I don't have an active account. 1, active account. 2, I don't have an active account. Ladies and gentlemen, do not cheat yourself. For those who have 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, it means you have been enjoying something in the last few months that will begin to really make sense soon. And I'm going to give you a quick analysis to reinforce my concept of DCA before I move on to GSP. Okay, so let's do this together. So what exactly? And let me show you a little more of my face so that we can do this together. What exactly does DCA look like? Now, I tell people, if you have done DCA for the last 10 years, if in the last 10 years you are doing DCA and all you add to your name was 1,000 naira per month, 1,000 naira per month, and everybody in this room today cannot not have 1,000 naira per month. If all you had was 1,000 naira per month over the last 10 years, and you saved this 1,000 naira per month in naira, in dollars, or in Bitcoin, I will tell you what the outlook will have been over 10 years. And this is something, is a parable that has become my parable. It's a parable that I own, okay? And it's a parable I want to begin to ring in the mind of everybody who is going to be a part of the BitNob opportunity and who's going to be in our GSP. What exactly is this parable? It says, if 3 friends had 1,000 naira per month as their savings, and one puts his own in naira, one puts his own in dollars, and the other one puts his own in Bitcoin over the last 10 years, what will be their reality today? The guy who puts 1,000 naira in naira per month at the end of the year will have 12,000 naira. In 10 years, will have 120,000 naira. 120,000 naira, which may not be useful for many things today, but with 120,000 naira, you probably can buy a few crates of drinks and do birthday or naming ceremony for a child. 120,000 naira. Now, guess what? If this person used the same money to buy dollars and he bought dollars 10 years ago, dollar was 150. Then he moved to 160, 170, 180, 200, like that. If you have been buying dollars today, this same person in dollars will have the equivalent of about 240,000 naira. The person will have doubled their value, okay, because they've been doing DCA in dollars. This person by now, after 10 years, would have about 240,000 naira. okay, which is roughly about $500. This person will have saved $500 by doing 1,000 naira per month for the last 10 years. Ladies and gentlemen, if the same person had used this 1,000 naira to buy Bitcoin, if you are using to buy Bitcoin, I kid you not, over the last 10 years, 1,000 naira per month. Guess how much the person will have today? Today, that person will have 10.2 billion naira. 10.2 billion naira. The person will have earned 10.2 billion naira, which is about 2 million US dollars from having aggregated it that way. Ladies and gentlemen, the numbers are incomparable. They are mind-blowing. They are literally mind-shattering. And this is why we are saying DCA is the way. DCA is the way now. If the person bought Bitcoin at once, 10 years ago, the person will be richer than that now with all the money. If he had all the money at once and he bought it then, the person will be much richer now, but guess what? The person is likely to have sold it along the way. But because you are investing what does not cost you anything, $1,000 per month, which you could have used to eat ACU, or you'll have used to do a variety of things earlier on, today, you can't even do ACU. But today, that money will not only be enough to take care of your children's school fees, not only enough to build you a house for yourself, it will help you to be able to empower 10 people with houses, give scholarships to hundreds, okay, and live a really beautiful life. I know that many of us on this page want to live really beautiful and amazing lives. DCA is a way to go, and don't do it with all your income. Don't do it with all your earning. If you are in green Mondays, make up your mind that you will drive your business to ensure that you can do $1 a day or multiples of $1 a day. Okay, make up your mind that every month you will move at least $30 into that wallet and DCA from it. And as you go bigger, you move 60 and do $2 per day. As you grow stronger, you move what? 180 and do $3 per day. As you get bolder, you move what? $300 and do $10 per day. As you become stronger, you do what? You move $3,000 and you do $100 per day. Guess what's going to happen? When the bull run finally comes, $1 million, because there's a limit to the number of Bitcoin ever available, over 80% opportunity for you and I. Something that will soon become limited in these markets. So you want to ensure, okay, you want to ensure that you are plugged into this ahead of when the bull run happens. If you are here today and you are still listening to me and you're getting what I'm saying, can you type in that chat box, yes? Let me know you're hearing. I'm about to wind it down very quickly. Let me see your yes. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, that's not all. We also have what we call GSP. Can somebody here today explain, type out to me what GSP means? If you know the meaning of GSP, type it there in that window. GSP, what does GSP mean? GSP, GSP, what does it mean? Give me what you think it means, GSP. Does anybody know what GSP means? Let me see if anybody can think back and recognize what GSP means before I go and I delve into it. Anybody? 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 Nobody? Okay, let me give it to you. Oh, good. Please help me celebrate Kikela Moladiji, who sent it to only panelists. You can send it to everyone's group savings plan. Group savings plan. Okay, I told you people a few months ago that there's a club that we're putting together. There's a club we're forming, and one of the key highlights of that club is a group savings plan. And this group savings plan, you know, some people have been disturbing me. When are we starting? When is it happening? When will it be? When will it go? When will it be live? When will it happen? I hope you fill the form. I hope you fill the form for the group savings plan. If you are here today and you fill that form has been filled by you, type in that box, yes, I filled the form. And if you are here, you haven't filled the form, put in that box, I didn't fill the form. Okay? If you didn't fill the form, you will have the last opportunity to fill the form because we are going live soon. Okay? This club is going live soon. And I want you to know that some people have already filled their forms. Some people have already done what they need to do and got their forms on. Because I can't remember, I didn't fill the form. Wow, we are about to take off. And I want to say to you, this is something that we're doing. It's going to be open to all people who want to participate. But if you're going to belong into our club, into the space that we're in, then you need to participate with us. You will have the opportunity of forming your own groups, setting yourself together. But one of the key things that will characterize this particular club is insight. Okay, it's key information. And remember, it's information. I said to you, you are the same person you were 5 years ago, except for 3 things. 1, the people you meet. 2, the information that you have. And 3, what you do with it. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to be in our group, then it will be because you are a part of our community. Okay, and that's going to launch, okay, in a few days from now. But we will begin the prep work from our own end to get our people on board and to get people to begin to function. So if you fill the form, congratulations. If you didn't fill the form, I'm going to give you an opportunity today to still fill the form. Our first group is going to be limited to 150 people, okay? And it's going to be called our premier group. And then we're going to open up other groups that can become something that others can participate in as well. If you have filled it before, no need to fill it again. If you are not yet in the green community, join the green community. The barriers have been lowered now. You can join at your level. But if you are not there yet, find from the person who introduced you to us, who introduced you to this Money Mondays affair in the first instance, and ask them, how can I be a part of this? The link for joining the club or filling the form for the club is there. We will begin to collect people's BitNob usernames. Your BitNob usernames, I hope you have it on that form. We will begin to use that as the basis to begin to add people to the group savings plan once it's launched. And then we'll tell you at what level do you want to be a part of what we're doing. Do you want to be in the premium groups or do you want to be in the free groups? Okay, all of that's going to be available as things you can take advantage of. It's called GSP. Ladies and gentlemen, why GSP? Because the most sure way to get people, I said to panelists, the most sure way to get people to save is positive peer pressure. The surest way to get people to save, to get people to come together, to get people to, to put their energy together is positive peer pressure. And that's what we want to do. We want to give the positive peer pressure that will help you and encourage you to save. If I ask you here, who here has saved consistently for the last 3 years? Typically, it's somebody who is doing a job. It's somebody who is in a cooperative. It is somebody who has a group savings with their friends. That's the person who saves consistently. We all know it's good to save, but we all don't, because group helps us to do it and do it well. Ladies and gentlemen, a bull run is coming. A bear season will come, the bear seasons will go. The bull run will come, the bull run will go. The person who will make it big on this opportunity, on this space, is the person who is thinking long-term and who is doing activity long-term. Okay? The person who is doing long-term and the person who is doing activity on the long-term. Okay? Wisdom is the manifestation of long-term thinking. The wisest person in the room is the person who is thinking longest term. If you know you'll be alive in 10 years' time, if you know you'll be alive in 20 years' time, why not live like you will be? Why not plan like you will be? Why not invest like you will be? Now, I'm not asking you to put all your money and throw it into a particular token. No, I'm saying be strategic. Be like the ants. Throughout summer, ever planting, ever storing, ever planting, ever storing. Why? Because when harvest season, you harvest. You don't eat everything you harvest, you store. And then in the bullish seasons, you can enjoy some extra on top. And the bearish season, you go back to stacking as well. Joseph used exactly this same formula. This same formula was what Joseph used to save Pharaoh, to save Egypt. He said, in this time where things are bad, let us, when things are good and abundant, let us save, let us save, let us save. And then when things are bad, we will tighten our belts, and then we'll gradually spend from there to outlast the time when scarcity will exist, so that we can still be alive when the bullish season comes again. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it from here. Take it as a prophecy. Take it as something that is sure to happen, because the market is in these cycles, okay? And the long-term winners are those who are doing DCA, okay? And do DCA on Bitcoin, on Bitnob. That's the leading token. For every token that I have, tokens that, you know, if you spend $1, you can buy 1 million units. I have tokens that if you spend $10, you can buy 1 billion units. Oh yes, they're called shit coins. I have them, okay? And I will teach you, I'll show you in the group, the ones you can take your stake on, the ones you can play with, the ones that we know the people who are behind. And we can say, hold a little of this. But where your surest bet is, hold Bitcoin, okay? You want to hold the next one, hold Ethereum. You want to go for the next one, go to DOTS. You want to go for the next one, go to ADA. You want to go to the next one, go to Harvey. You want to go to the next one, you have tokens that are in the top 10 category where you can stake your value with. I will also share with you a few interesting tokens that are making their way into the foray of top 100, and they are phenomenal because there's still a lot of leeway in front of them. We will talk those details in the group, okay? But the first thing you want to do here is get on Bitnob. Download your wallet. If you don't have a referral code, I'll dash you one, okay? If you don't have a referral code, you need to be dashed one. I can find somebody in the group here who can share a referral code with me. Give me your referral code and I will share it with everybody. Don't share it to everybody. Share it to me, okay? And if I like your name and I like your face and I like what you're doing, I'll share your referral code with us as well. So here in this meeting today, you know, download the Bitnob app, get your referral code in, put your details there, and let's begin to fire on. And ladies and gentlemen, it sounds like $1, $2, 1,000. These small things, can we really do much value with them? Yes, you can do exceptional value with this if you plan well and begin to position. I didn't ask you for your name. I asked you for your referral code. Okay, your referral code. Let's have your referral code and see what you can do with them. Okay, I have a referral code here that you can use. Okay, I have 2 people that have shared theirs with me and a few more that are sharing with me after. Let me share with you what that is like so that you can participate with it as well. Okay, so you can use that referral code and you can be a part of what we're doing. Now, the link. Okay, someone is asking a few things that we can enlighten about in the days to come. Don't worry, in the days to come, we'll talk about, in the group, we'll talk about how you can buy foreign shares. We'll talk about the S&Ps. We'll talk about the variety of ways that you can enjoy the Money Mondays. We'll bring people. I have friends who specialize in various areas. We're going to bring them on this platform of Money Mondays. I'm going to hear from the stockbrokers. You're going to hear from people who are doing international trading. We're going to hear from people that are doing low risk things that give you good yield that you can do gradually over the long term. Now, for many of us who are on Bitnob, sometimes your account is red. So it shows 10% below, 20% below. But guess what? You are not doing with monies you are afraid if you lose $1 per day. At your level, $2 per day. At your level, 5 per day. At your level, 10 per day. At your level. And as you grow and grow that way, guess what? You can get a lot more and a lot more happening as well. So I'm going to share with you 3 people's codes. The first people to share with me, I'll share the codes with you, and then you can go ahead and ensure that you use these codes. Any of the codes you like, you can use them to, when you download the Bitnob app and you want to fill your referral, you can use any of them to fill your referral code as well. Please, no more codes. Don't send me codes anymore. Anybody who is sending codes to everybody, I'm going to remove them from this meeting. So Inena, Ikwebu, don't send to everyone. Send to me alone. Okay? Otherwise, you flaunt the rules. I'll just remove you from the group. And next time, I will put an X on that name. So please be very careful. I said send to me alone. Anybody who sends to me alone, and it's only I that will share. Please use only the ones that I share. There are a few people who have shared with me directly here. So I'm going to share theirs, and then we can take it on from there. Okay? So please, let's follow the protocols so that we can have a good time with it as well. So ladies and gentlemen, that's it in a nutshell. I'm going to allow a few minutes for a few questions and answers. I'm going to take that separately, a separate recording, but I believe you understand the key thrust of today's conversation. Let's go make stuff happen. Thank you very much, everyone.